Welcome to Week 2, Organizational Behavior, Intersession 2021. I'm doing these videos on a weekly basis so you know what you should be working on, what due dates are, so that you can plan and organize your coming up week. First thing, reflection is due January 15th. There'll be a quiz on January 13th, and you should really be working on current events presentations. This is in addition to watching the lectures that are out there. So that's what we have on the coming up week. I will tell you, I really learned a lot from your reflections. So many of you did such a super job. You gave it so many thought, so deep, so thoughtful, so personal. Wow. We don't learn from experiences. We reflect on the experience, reflecting on the experience. You see some of these other quotes here, and I think it's important that we continue to do these reflections so that we don't just do things, but we slow down, and that I think becomes important. As you move forward on this, we move forward on the current events discussions. I'd like to just put something out there. Say, mean, matter. So when we're looking at a reflection, and then when we're looking at the current events discussion, well, what is it saying? It's a summary type document. The most important thing is, as we move forward, is mean. What's the interpretations? What does it mean? How do you know that? What makes you think about that? The last thing is why. What does it matter? So what are the implications? What does it matter to me or to others? Why is it important? So I think when we look at these things, I really like this. What does it say? What does it mean? And why does it matter? So think about that as you're moving forward. Reflection 2, which is due this coming up next Friday. Please watch the video before completing. It gives you a lot of helpful information. It's not just about answering questions, as many of you have done, and reporting on a score. It's what is it telling us? What can we do? It's about you. Okay? What is the area of focus? What did you learn about yourself? How do you feel? What do you do well? What can you do better? What can I do now to prepare for my future? Think about this as a very futuristic thing for you. Because if these things, you know what's important for success on a longer term basis, and these all are, what can you do to build those skills, to develop that part of you? I think that can be very helpful for you as an individual. Were you honest, or did you just respond based on what you think you did? Sometimes when we do these, we tend to answer them like there's a right answer or a wrong answer. And there is neither a right nor a wrong. It is what it is. So keep that in mind as you move forward. It's more about you than what others may do. You need to use PowerPoint, Prezi, or any other software you would like. Make sure this time everybody adds in audio or an audio and video overlay. What you can find is that way you can just talk, and sometimes you can express a lot more in a few minutes of discussion than you can in just PowerPoint. I can't get I can read what you write, and it's good stuff. I can tell you we're thoughtful and did it, but I think you could find that it'll bring it so much more alive, and it'll make it you. So good job on what you have done. I think they were all wonderful. Some were just amazing, and a lot of honesty, and that's a good thing. And that's what learning is about. How do we take information, use it, and make us better for it? Quiz, January 13th. It should be available the evening of the 12th through January 13th at 11:59. I will email you and tell you it's available sometime on the 12th. As the honest reason for that is I haven't fully updated the quiz from last semester, so I want to go in and try to fix it up a little bit to make it more relevant. The quiz needs to be completed by 11:59 on the 13th, so you'll literally have from any time on the 12th evening through that time. So that gives you you'll have a full 30 hours or so to select when you want to take the quiz. Once you start, though, you need to finish. Allow yourself 2 to 3 hours to complete. Okay? So, I mean, if you normally stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning, then starting it at 11:30 is just fine. But I tend to find people who do it earlier in the day tend to do better. Allow yourself enough time. It's going to cover Module 1 and 2. It's going to cover those modules. The questions are going to be short answer. They're going to be multiple choice, true, false. They're not memorization. You can't go in and memorize things to take this quiz. Okay? It's a thinking quiz that is trying to assess, did you understand it? Again, what does it mean? Why does it matter? Okay? So I want you to think through the questions, and the other thing to pay attention to as you do this is that depth and specificity are key. Avoid generalities and platitudes. Okay? Again, sometimes we make general statements. You put the Google search in, you cut and paste that and put that in. I don't want that. It's pretty easy to tell when you've done that, because I'm really telling, did you get it and can you relate it? What does it mean? Okay? They're think questions. A lot of times people will draft their responses in Word and just cut and paste into Canvas. Canvas doesn't really have a really good editing thing, and sometimes it's easier to do that. You could, of course, just do an audio feed if you would like to. Just do a recording, and then you can put the link in, and I can just listen to your answer. Think about that. That's a little bit different, isn't it? Draft your responses in Word and paste them, or do a audio video response to the question. That's different, I know. Change. And put it in Canvas. Sometimes if you do this, we can communicate through written or oral. They're two different things. But if you're more comfortable doing the oral, that's fine. That's fine. But I think you can be much more persuasive by doing a audio response. Again, the quiz is worth 19 points, 19% of your grade. So consider depth based on points. So if there's a question that's got 5 points, don't just write a sentence. Okay? Make sure they're proportional. If it's worth 1 point, it's 1 point. So look at that proportionally to the points. And do think about doing the oral responses. You might find that interesting. Current events assignment, we're not looking back on history. Organizational behavior is alive and well and growing. In fact, it's under tremendous pressure to change. COVID-19 has changed how organizations behave. We have Black Lives Matter. We have what's happening from a political perspective, the polarization of America. How is this addressed in the workplace? How do we as individuals respond? So we want to develop a better understanding of what we're talking about in the class by seeing the application to what's happening today in 2021. There's 2 components to this assignment, article review and presentation, and you participate in presentations real time. 12 points for the article review and presentation, 8 for participation in presentations in real time. So that's 20% of your grade is around that. So what's the process with all of this? 1, get a partner and email me names if you have not done so. Try to do that just so we get everything out there, because it's a short time framework. I'm going to send you an article and give you some thoughts. Again, it comes back, what does it say, what does it mean, what does it matter, is how you're going to respond. You review that article, and you prepare a 10 to 15 minute presentation discussion. Okay, that's the time you should plan for. This, remember, as I said previously, this is going to be an interactive discussion. So do allow 30 to 45 minutes when we have the discussion. That you can read that. use PowerPoint, Presenter, or anything similar. It doesn't matter. And then we're going to do these live time. So when you're ready, you need to email me so that we can schedule a time to review. The sooner the better. We do need to get these all done in January, and I'm facilitating 3 classes, so it's going to be busy, but I hope to learn a lot from this, as well as I hope you want to learn. So here's the participation. You need to participate in real time with the current issues presentation, and that's 4 presentations. I'm going to post the times and Zoom invites on the presentations. You need to be present and participate in discussion. This is really easy, okay? But I'm going to engage you. You're not just going to sit. You're going to have to engage and talk. For those of you that have taken one of the classes with me before and have done this, you understand how that works. So that's what that's about. It's worth 8% of your grade. And basically coming to the events, participating in the discussion, it's an easy 8 points. No reason why you shouldn't. Don't wait. Do them as they come out. And again, we need to have all of this done by January 25th. So we got a couple weeks, but let's just do it. There's samples out there. If you have any questions, please let me know.